Move on to an important corporate development that took place. Now, Anil Ambani's Reliance Group lashed out at its lenders for invoking the pledged shares. The group termed the sale by L&T Finance and Edelweiss Financial Services as illegal and excessive. Remember, the RCOM stocks or the Reliance ADAG stocks were down anywhere between 40 to 60% in just the last few trading sessions. In a strongly worded statement, I read, and I quote, the manner of conduct of the above open market sales without any attempts whatsoever at orderly market disposal through a bid or structured process for shares comprising the holding of the promoter group is also illegal on several counts, including, amongst others, price manipulation, insider trading, front running and market abuse, and is in violation of various regulatory provisions. End of quote. A strongly worded letter. The lenders did not take this lying down. In a statement, Edelweiss Financial said, and I quote again, "Despite our best efforts, not only did Reliance ADAG Group fail to address any of the concerns raised by the Edelweiss Group, but also continued to breach contractual obligations." End quote. Not just Edelweiss, we also had a comment coming in from L&T Finance, hit back late last night, and I quote again, "The borrower did not cure various events of defaults, including providing for margin for the shortfall in the stipulated security cover." End of quote. In fact, just to take this discussion forward, we have Mr. Shriram Subramanian, who is the founder and MD of Ingovern, who joins us with his view on that. Mr. Subramanian, I read out Reliance's words, and it uses heavy words like price manipulation, insider trading, front running, and market abuse for pledged shares being invoked. What are your first thoughts on this, and do you think that Reliance's allegations will hold water or have some truth in it?
No, I think at the end of the day, it has to be recognized that these are allegations. So, and one is not sure as to what is the basis or the evidence on which these have been made by Reliance. Because I would find it difficult to find any manner of sale to be taken up by the lenders. So I think from that perspective, Reliance would find it hard to justify or provide any evidence on all these allegations.
What do you make of the retort that the lenders have come with? They are saying that they only asked for some data which Reliance Group did not comply with. There was a breach of contractual obligations, which perhaps propelled them to sell those shares in the open market. So, what do you make of the lender statement coming by?
So generally, if you look at this, when there is a default, the lender would write to the borrower and say that, look, the collateral is insufficient, so please top up the collateral. And in this case, that could have been the case over the past few months, as now the lenders at Edelweiss and L&T Finance have put out. And so if the margin collateral hasn't topped up, obviously, they are at liberty to go and sell. And given that the stock started tanking, so the collateral value started depleting quite fast. And as it happens in this one, it's like a circular cycle going all the way down, because the more these margin people sell, the more it's going to happen. And this was seen even in 2008 financial crisis. So this happens quite often, and it's a known phenomena that when there is a margin call, it cascades all the way down and it has a spiraling effect downwards. So there is no orderly manner in which the lender is supposed to sell, and that is not stipulated in any of the contracts between the borrower and the lender. And I would think that would be the case even in this particular instance.
Fair point, Mr. Subramanian. Before we let you go, two quick questions. Where does this go and what happens from now? Because a lot of the other lenders are also there. Will this invite further selling in the markets? And secondly, more importantly, what repercussions does this have on other companies where a lot of stake is pledged? Case in point, you have Z. They too have come to an agreement with the lenders on pledged shares. Something like this could perhaps happen out there as well. So what happens of this case, and what could the repercussions of this case be on other companies?
So definitely, people would have taken margin collateral and would be watching it very, very closely. And if the margin collateral is not fulfilled or held in this fund by the borrower, so they have to expect such a downward spiral. And this standstill agreement by Z with the other with the lenders is something which is strange. But I think borrowers should expect such a selling henceforth, because lenders will be watching the collateral limits very, very closely.
All right, Mr. Subramanian, thanks a lot for joining in and giving us that quick analysis of what you make of this situation. We'll keep